Don't you boop me with your boops.
All right, we should be booped.
I
Are
think
we
we're
booped?
booped. You just have to go to the. You literally just have to go to the page Linux Gamecast, and it
There it
should
is.
refresh the page.
Let's see if the YouTubes are all hunky-dory. Yep, I see that.
There you go.
Yeah.
And how do we sound?
I don't know.
You tell
We
me.
sound super.
The
Thanks for
more
asking.
important question is, are we in sync?
Absolutely.
I am hearing you.
Perfect.
on the live feed, just fine.
Oh well, that I'm not too concerned about. Like I said, do that.
Yep, we are good. Jordan.
All right, there you go. That dignified display brought to you by patreon.com/LinuxGamecast. You too can fund this experimentation where I go and film it for about 4 hours straight. It's gonna be miserable. Anyways, welcome back to Scum and Villainy Jack Edition, because we're recording this through Jack.
Yay!
So expect things to fucking catch fire.
That's the only way to do it.
Michael T. Han once again couldn't make it because it is America Day.
It is, but the other Americans still here. No.
I mean, I don't know. Isn't there going to be that whole like Cal exit thing? Aren't you leaving?
Yeah, and I faced a big earthquake today, so.
Oh jeez.
Empty doesn't have an excuse. I'm teasing Empty. I'm teasing. I love you.
Well, so
Jill, first blood.
Actually, if you are interested in playing, hit us up, because Sandy has some stuff he needs to do in the coming months, and
Yes.
this game actually does rotating cast pretty well, so you can just like pop in. Maybe we'll do a bit of a West Marches style thing. I don't know. We don't have to do this
I like it.
But I enjoy doing it, so that's why we're gonna do it now. When we last left, you clowns, clowns, literal clowns. You had botched a delivery of a mysterious DNA locked box to a dead person. Tried to sneak your way out, caught some unwanted attention on the way out. First by the local constabulary, then by a itinerant hobo who happened to work for the Concordiant Knights, an organization that you guys are against. And then you got arrested. And got brought.
Yep. That was
yes.
interesting.
You didn't get arrested. You tried to get through the TSA, the space TSA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got taken to lockup, questioned, managed to escape with your box and a busted cargo door. So you're still on the moon Warren. Yeah, there you go. That's That's a picture you need to see. Just Nicolas Cage, more Nicolas Cage.
Yes. And I almost died.
Yeah, everyone almost died because
Yeah, I got shot through the gut. So yeah.
Yeah. And now we're at the part of the game where you can actually do something about that. So this is where downtime comes in. So if you bring up the play reference, you can take a look at the rules for downtime.
Oh, yeah, downtime, right?
Yes, I am definitely utilizing that downtime right now.
So you get 2 downtime actions for free. If you have credit to spend, which you guys kind of don't, then you can buy additional downtime actions. But it's a reason to get more credits. One thing you can do with your downtime actions, though, is you can do setup to improve your position for when you go on your next mission, which will increase its likelihood of success.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
But you also have a ship to repair, wounds to lick, and
Do I ever have wounds to lick?
Indeed, there's going to be much licking abound.
Yes,
so much licking. So who wants to do their downtime first? So this all happens in fiction too. So this is sort of like the interstitial. If the engagement scene is like the action scene, this is like the stuff leading up to it, all the setup.
Right.
Before the climax.
We've already had sort of an engagement before
you
this.
did. That was your first mission.
Yep.
So yeah. So
All right.
who wants to go first?
I would like to do mine first.
All right.
I would like to. Well, my shot through the gut, I need help, so I am
Yes.
screwed.
Okay. So
I can't see anyone else's character sheet, so I can't really see.
right.
what they
So
have.
you gotta communicate that with each other. Mr. Foxdog.
Yeah.
If you wanna do something about that harm that you
Yeah.
that you accrued, you can take the recover downtime action.
And where's that one?
That
On the
is
sheet?
under the downtime list of downtime actions. There's acquire asset, craft, indulge vice, lay low, long-term project, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
So recover means that you get to make a roll against your healing clock. Your healing clock is a 6-tick clock, so once you've managed to fill that up, all of your injuries are gone. So,
Okay.
so it doesn't matter how
So-
many you have; you only have to do it once. But
Alright.
you may not be able to do it on the first go. So it is what it is.
Yes.
You may need to engage in a low risk job in order to get some capital to fucking do your stuff. Anyways, so if you want to, actually, this is one of those situations where Sandy can help you out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I will
like,
definitely
maybe-
help him out.
and we can do this as a little bit of a scene too, where I don't know. I assume the Start Answer has like some kind of medical bay that Dr. Gonzo spends most of their time in, maybe, or maybe they don't spend.
Yep.
Maybe he doesn't
Yes.
spend any
I
time.
think that was one of the. Was that one of the rooms that we had in our ship? I believe.
all ships have like a basic med bay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. So I think we do have a med bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a galley. No, you don't have a
Oh,
medical
yes.
bay. Medical bay just improves quality.
Yes.
All
But
right.
you
You
still
know, we
have,
went with food.
yeah. You still have like facilities and like first aid kits and shit, and like maybe like a basic auto dock, but that's about it.
Right.
Right. But for recover, you can roll the crew quality of the ship at a -1, or Sandy can roll his doctor ability, and depending on what you roll, you add a number of ticks to your harm clock.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna roll my. I'm gonna go through everyone, each and everyone in the group, and I'm gonna heal them.
So
Awesome.
so that will require them to spend their action because you're
Okay.
you're just
Okay.
helping them out,
Yes.
Okay.
and then you get your own downtime actions. But you're also going to need to like do it on yourself, so that maybe we'll get like a gritty scene of.
Oh no, I definitely am gonna take time to recover.
All right, but we're doing Foxy's first.
Okay.
Okay, so
So roll my doctor's
yeah,
action.
So you're going to be doing this a lot, yeah. So just risky standard. I mean,
Risky standard.
risky standard. That
You sure it's not controlled because we're in a controlled environment?
it genuinely doesn't matter because this doesn't use those rules.
Okay, fine.
This
Fine. Do I get a bonus dice?
if you had a med bay, maybe.
I'm gonna try to weasel everyone in.
I mean, okay, so
Okay.
so under your healing clock, you can
Mm-hmm.
Foxy, you can add 2 ticks to the healing clock.
Yes.
So on this progress thing, I do 2 ticks on that.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So it should be number 2.
So you have another downtime action too if you want to spend if you want to have Sandy roll again, or you can do something else.
I think
I need more
Ha-
rolls, man. You took all the good
How
rolls
is-
last time.
How's Technomage's repair skill?
Her repair, Jill's repair skill.
Yeah.
I don't know, Jill. What's your repair skill?
I don't really have...
How many ranks do you
yeah.
have in rig?
Do. None. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I would like to try and repair the ship.
Okay, you can take a repair action. Do you have a credit? Actually, you do have a credit. You have, I think you have a couple in the ship's hold.
Oh yes, we do.
So you can spend 1 to repair 1 level of damage.
Okay. So where's my credit?
This would be in the ship's hold. Yeah, you have 2 cred in your ship. So now
Oh yeah, I see now. Yep.
So
2.
you have 1.
Okay, so I'll click that down and repair the ship. Okay.
Yeah, so your hull is back up to your hull is back up to full. All right, so
Yeah.
now you can leave the planet if you're so inclined. Well, moon. Warren is a moon. It's like one of those things where like it's the forest moon of Endor. It's not Endor. Endor is a gas giant or some shit.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Okay, yeah.
you called it something like Coruscant or something.
Well, yeah. The planet is
yeah, it's a
called,
moon. It's
yeah.
a city covered
Yeah.
a moon.
Yeah,
Yeah, moon size
the planet is called Warren though.
Ah, okay.
It is. Yeah.
Warrant.
No, just
Nah. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell me something, Mr. Fox Dog? Who do you go to on Warren for help repairing your ship? Because you have to like buy parts and you gotta like maintain it, right? So
Yeah.
you want to tell me about that?
Does anyone have any influential friends or a mechanic?
Well, I don't know. Do you?
I don't. Nope. I've only.
Your
Yeah,
ship,
you do.
Your ship also has a contact. Well, I mean, what is?
Hang on. Oh, it does it? No, it's a bartender's out contact.
Yeah. My friends are all mystics.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got the tugboat captain. We've got a dock master, and an info broker. But
So I mean, those guys exist, but unless you have them ticked as a friend or a rival, like there's no private
yeah,
relationship
exactly.
there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Actually, I have a friend who's a mechanic.
you do.
Yeah.
Uh,
Reginald.
All right. Reginald.
Yep.
Who's Reginald?
Reginald is a mechanic I helped a while back, and so because he was doing some dirty deeds on the side for a bunch of
Ah.
lowlifes, so
Mhm.
because he got shot up, guess who fixed him?
Okay.
This guy.
Okay. So
He owes you one.
okay. So he's not like one of your friends or allies, but we can do a roll to see if this person exists. Yeah. So just on your character sheet, do a fortune roll. We're gonna see how well this actually works out for you. So if you scroll down under to your old friends, you can see like roll fortune.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So on a scale from Regonald, good spelling, Sandy.
I can't spell Reginald.
All right. So Sandy Martin. On a
Yeah,
scale
ladies and gentlemen,
from 1 to 4, how grateful was this person to you?
Disgruntledly grateful because he doesn't like talking to me.
Okay, so like a 1.
Yeah, I would say about a 1 or a 2.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
he'll help me, but begrudgingly help me.
Okay,
You know what I
sure.
mean?
So why don't you roll me a 2-die fortune roll? We'll see how that goes.
All right. Come on, baby.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Nice!
All right. So for
I'll
those
take it.
of you who actually like want to learn the game by watching this, so fortune roll is kind of like the generic roll. In like D&D, you would roll a d20, and like if you roll high, the good thing happens. If you roll low, you roll a bad thing happens.
Nice.
So
Mhm.
with fortune rolls, you assign an arbitrary number for the quality. In this case, I asked Sandy a question. He said 2. And then we just roll that many die and judge the results. You got a 6, though. So that means that Reginald the mechanic, who I guess runs a chop shop on Warren
Yes.
in one of like the lower levels and like on the other side of the planet, maybe takes you in. How does that go? Like, what do you do? Do you just like show up and like land your ship at his dock and be like, "Yo, I need some repairs," or do you call him first?
Well, since he always told me never to contact him ever again, I can't really call him, so we're just gonna show up. Because that's what friends do.
that would be a better idea because if we did call him, we'll call up the authorities.
Okay, sure. Actually, so here, let's do a bit of retconning because there's a rule I forgot. So what, Sandy, what you're doing right now is called acquire an asset, which is a downtime action.
Yes.
So yeah. What that means is, we did a fortune roll. The crew quality is already 2, so that works out. But the actually, is the crew quality 2?
I think it was just at 1, wasn't it?
Oh, it's
Yeah, I think we're at 1.
it is 0.
Well, 0.
Oh, well, then it's a 4. Then, but I mean that works out either way. So this guy, so it does this guy does exist, and he'll do the repairs, and he'll do them quietly, but you still have to pay. I was gonna say if that 6 held up, then he'd do it as like a favor.
Yeah.
But no, you gotta pay the money. But at least you have a place to go.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, but yeah. So did you call him up or did you just show up?
We're just gonna show up.
All right, yeah. So like you land the star dancer, like in one of the I think like you'd have to like bring it down into like the bowels of the city, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
It's gonna be kind of awkward because there's like traffic that you're disrupting, and you make a bit of a scene. And Reginald is like, I don't know, for whatever reason I want Reginald to have a fucking New York mechanic accent. So he's like, hey yo, why are you bringing this ship here? You show up.
Yo, this is hot
unannounced?
stuff.
What is this? This is not acceptable. This is not within the boundaries of our previously established relationship.
Reginald, friend, listen. We go way back. You owe me a favor. Come on, let's go. Help me out.
I don't know, man.
Friend out.
Like after you stitched me up, I started peeing this weird stuff, and I don't know if that's normal. And I went to another doctor, and he said that definitely wasn't normal.
Listen, I never said that you would pee normal right away. All right, let's get that straight. I just said I would fix you up, and you were fixed. I fixed you up pretty good.
I
You don't have holes in you.
I suppose I'm still alive. Okay, but you can't bring giant ships to my garage. You gotta put it in order first.
Well, see, here's the problem. We're kind of being chased right now, and we need quick work, and we gotta lay low.
I see how this is. Okay. Well, we're gonna do something. It's called in the ancient Earth tongues they call it a squid pro quo. And so you come to me with like this squid, the ship, and I fix it up. But then you owe me something.
Okay, fine.
Now old Reginald's the one who gets to call in favors this time. Ooh,
Damn it,
it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to this. I got a daughter with an appendix who needs to be removed. Hopefully she'll pee right. Maybe I shouldn't go to you. Anyways, so
No, I'm good for it. I'm good for it.
okay, yeah. So you managed to find a place to do your repairs, and you spend the money, so it happens. Yeah. So, Sandy, do you want to take your other downtime action? Because
Yes, I do. I want to recover.
You want to recover. All right. So roll your doctor.
Oh yeah. All right, let's do this, baby. Come on. Oh, well, that's a little better than what I did for Foxy.
It's 2 ticks.
Yeah. So I'll just put it up 2 ticks.
Yeah.
Deuce.
All right.
There we go.
And finally, Jill.
Yeah.
What do you want to do for your downtime? Because you had a bunch of choices. You got some harm too, so it may behoove you to recover.
Actually, that was exactly what I was gonna do is recover, but would that be considered a repair because my tentacles are cybernetic?
So, so repair. What do you call it? Repair is specifically that action is for the ship.
Okay.
I could, you know what? I could be persuaded. I could be persuaded to let someone roll rig to fix you up, but no one has that skill.
But
Yeah.
I'm a doctor, not a cyberneticist.
Yeah.
I'm a cultist.
That might be true, but you're also pretty full up on stress, and you didn't engage in your vice. Actually, that is another thing that we need to bring up. Engaging vice. You actually gain stress if you don't indulge your vice.
Also true.
What is it? If you can't, if you don't or can't indulge your vice during downtime, you gain stress equal to your trauma. Oh, well, none of you have trauma levels, so it's fine for now. But like, you're not gonna have any stress going into the next mission. It's gonna end poorly.
Well, the other thing I wanted to do is meditate.
Meditate to what ends? Because you gotta pick one of the options off the list. I mean that could if what do you call it? Your vice is faith, right? So that could actually be
Yeah.
your you're indulging your vice.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so first off, Sandy, roll doctor again.
Okay.
Yeah, Sandy, you're busy. You're busy this downtime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh,
Oh.
very good. Jill, you get to tick
Ah.
your clock up to 5.
Okay.
Oh, well.
So now
I love how I get two extremes.
Yeah, so Jill, under recovery, under that clock, just click on 5.
Okay.
Now,
I have one more action point for downtime because I've got air of respectability.
Do you? Sweet.
Yeah. I can acquire assets or lay low.
Oh shit! So you acquired an. Damn it! All right. Did you? So you spent your both your downtime action.
Yeah, I spent one to fix myself and one to fix the ship.
Right. Okay.
So I have one to either get something, buy something, or to reduce the wanted level.
Okay. So do you want to acquire an asset? You don't have any money to spend. Or you have
We've
one
got
credit
one.
to spend.
One.
Yeah.
We're not spending that. So I would like to lay low. Let's see if we can.
All right. Cool.
Put the
You
heat
can
down
lay
a
low. So that means you get to reduce the heat of a system you're not in. So okay, the only system you have a wanted level is the one that you're currently in.
Oh shit. Well, forgo. Oh, well, I can't indulge my vice, so forgo it. There's nothing we can do.
You can't indulge your vice.
No.
What does your thing say?
Only to acquire assets
Or
or lay
lay
low.
low.
I cannot
Okay.
indulge vice.
You could try to save.
I was thinking of buying weapons or something like that, but yeah.
Okay, so you can. So here's what we'll do. I'll let you save that one because you can for acquiring asset you can you could theoretically like we can say you can flash back to it to acquire an asset on the mission that would have been useful for you.
Right.
So if you want
okay.
to hold on to it, that's a thing that you can do.
I can hold on to it. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, cool. So Jill, what I was gonna say is you have a choice. You didn't tick your clock to 5 though. You got to do that.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
that. Oh, okay. I was clicking these others. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you have an interesting choice because you can meditate if you want and regain stress, or, and I would say this is from like a mechanistic perspective, this might be the better option, is to spend another action recovering because even on the worst results, you clear both of your injuries.
Which is good.
Okay.
Yeah, which means that you can start using your techno priest powers again on the next mission.
Okay. Very good.
So, yeah,
I will
Which
do
is
that.
very important.
Yeah. I was gonna ask also about the long-term project if that could be. Part of that,
well,
but...
so you have a choice. You can either, because you have 2 downtime actions and you can buy more for money, but since you don't have money, you can't buy more.
Yeah, correct.
So you have to choose.
Okay. I will do the latter, the former. I mean.
You're gonna try and heal yourself.
Yeah, try
All
and
right,
heal
so
myself.
Sandy, one more doctor roll.
Yeah. I like this. I'm being useful.
Yeah,
I'm useful.
I mean,
First time you are.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got like all the XP for your trigger.
Oh yes.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
you got a
God.
4, so you get to take your clock up to by 2. You have 6, so you're healed. You can set your healing clock back to 0 and clear out
Huzzah.
mangled tentacle and spent power. So you're back to 100%
Oh.
now.
Okay. Woo.
Huzzah.
Yeah, so just delete those from your sheet. And yeah, so Jill has recovered.
Yay.
So how does this look, Sandy? Because like you're gonna you have to like perform surgery on yourself, and then you have to like perform surgery on 2 other people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's how I roll, man.
What is that? What do you look like by the end of that? Like this is probably we probably get like the montage shot of you like sewing and like you fretting over like some instruments, and then like you sawing into something with like a bone saw, and then
Yeah.
like it cuts back and it's like a turkey, and you're just like sawing into your lunch.
Yeah, exactly. Just sawing at my food.
Yeah. Yeah. So how? Yeah, you're like fixing like Jill's tentacles or something. So like you get it hooked up again, and it like gives you like a fist bump or something.
Oh, there you
Pound
go.
it.
Yeah.
Pound.
And I don't know how does shit, Foxy, what's your character's name again? Yumbello.
That's why I wrote it down.
Yumbello.
Yeah, so like I don't know, like what's the doctor-patient relationship like between you guys, right? Like between Doc Gonzo and Yumbello, and Doc Gonzo and Giggle Giggle Midge.
Very good. We tried to help each other in the last mission quite a lot. So yeah, I think we
I like
actually
it.
did
These are the
kind of
best
become-
patients because they don't complain.
Yeah.
Oh, doctor, I can't pee right. Doctor, why is my finger coming out of my forehead? Doctor, why can't I poop right?
Right.
Why do my intestines come out of my butthole?
Why
Like,
indeed?
come on.
Okay. Well, so yeah, so you spent some time laying low at Reginald's chop shop. So what's your next step? You got the box. You still don't know what's inside it, and you still got to figure out who gave what was the factionista's name? Alor. Or no, it was Satani.
Zatani, yes.
Yeah, it was so you got to figure out a way to get Satani to like spill the beans on who gave them the box.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes.
Or you could realize that you're like completely strapped for cash and you need to like do a job. So like it's up to you. You guys get to decide.
Well, may I make a suggestion?
Yeah, go on.
I
Yes,
do owe a
doctor.
favor to someone.
That's true. You
So if we need a job, we don't have far to go to get a job. I'm just saying.
But we're still on this fucking moon, and they're out gunning for us.
right, but you know, it's a big moon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. Beard on your head. Let's go
Yeah.
do this. Let's go talk
Yeah.
to your friend, as it were.
Okay,
Reginald.
so you're talking about your friend in the ghosts, yeah. So
I was.
What?
Oh,
What?
nothing. Continue.
What were you gonna say?
Nothing. No, it was mostly about the ghosts. I was just gonna say something dumb about the ghosts. I was gonna make that pun.
What kind of dumb shit were you gonna say about the ghosts? I'm curious.
I was gonna say, with the ghosts, you would never see them coming.
Ah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say to Dr. Gonzo, let the way lead us to the place we need to be.
That's a little too much faith for me. All right. But you know what? I like your gumption. You got moxie. I like that.
Okay. So, do you wanna get in contact with the ghosts, the ghosts?
Ghosts,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, it's his idea. Let's do it.
All right. They have a name list here. Let me pull one up real quick. Come on.
Sir
on,
Reginald
Jordan.
Butts.
We're playing Find the Tab here.
I got $50 in 10 seconds.
Right. All right. Yeah. So, your ghost contact is a what's Sandy, you would know this. The guy from Hellboy who like lives in the diving suit, Klaus.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Or
yes.
What's his name?
It's Klaus.
Yeah.
It's literally Klaus.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the ghosts are like a group of scientists who took a ship out on a mission, and they ended up getting trapped out of phase, and so they need to live in these suits in order to like interact with the material world. They're actually opposed by the Concordiant Knights, which is probably why those guys hate you, is because you're in league with their enemy. But the ghosts are their whole deal is that they're trying to figure out a way to make themselves material again, because they can't live without their suits, and they don't want to live that life anymore. So you have a contact in the ghosts. They never gave you a real name. They only gave you the alias Echo. And Echo has a job for you if you're willing to take it. It would really help them out. And they did give us our shit. Yeah. So
yeah, all right, let's do it.
It's a little important. They say up front they're willing to pay you 6 credits for it.
Take it. Take it.
Yeah, let's take it. Let's go.
All right. So the job is that I need another name. So many names. Why does everyone need a name? Yeah. There is a scientist who works for the hegemony. Their name is Hondo Core, and they do reclusive. They do work with like shields and weapons tech. And the ghosts believe that this guy this Hondo may have some expertise that would help them out trying to regain their physical bodies. So yeah, what they want you to do is rendezvous with this individual and convince them to come with you, and deliver them to the ghosts in the Iota system, in the Holt system. So,
all right,
seems like a bit of a milk run. What do you say? Is that a thing you want to do?
Let's go.
Let's do it. 6 creds.
Yeah.
6 creds. All right.
Make it a mornings.
Indeed. So one second. Yeah. Okay. So what's the plan? So normally at this point we've determined what the job is, and now we do an engagement roll to determine how we immediately cut to the action. So,
all right.
To make an engagement roll, you do the following: you pick a plan. The plan can be. Where's the engagement roll rules? God damn it, they're all over the place. They're all
I know,
over
right?
the place.
Yeah, the third is on the second of 3 under rules reference.
Yes.
I found that one.
Engage me, Captain.
God damn it! I wish.
Yeah.
One was like brash and bold. One was sneaky.
Well, yeah, no, it's assault, stealth, deception, mystic, or something else, and I don't remember what the other thing was.
Assault, deception.
I'll just
Prepared, ladies and gentlemen. We're real
Infiltration, mystic,
Yeah.
social, and transport.
Right. Okay. So
Transport.
So transport would be, I don't know, what would transport be?
Locations and routes.
Okay, so so this would be like you're gonna intercept him and like cart him away. So like by the time he realizes what's going on, Yeah, by the time you
Yeah,
realize,
so like on his way to work at the lab, we'd grab him.
or it could also be something like you try to like intercept him during like a transport or something.
But we need a way to get to him so I can speak to him, sort of thing, using my consort.
Yeah, like how
So
you
I can
actually
type in-
convince him to come along with you is immaterial.
Yeah.
You just got to do it, right?
Yeah.
Does he have a space bus that he takes?
I mean, well, so you can acquire. So Foxy, you have
Yes.
a free acquire asset roll. An asset that you could get is maybe like his schedule.
All right, let's try that. See
Uh,
if we can do that.
Do it.
So, what do I roll on that? That would be a fortune, wouldn't it?
it's always going to be a fortune roll. It's one that I roll though.
Oh, okay, it's one you roll. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. So if you're gonna do a I don't. Does transport really apply here? Because yes, you are transporting them. But yeah. I guess you could like try to sneak them out, right? But then I guess you have to. So like yeah, the idea would be to like get them out of there, but you still have to convince them to go with you, right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. So the actual cutting to the action will be you escaping, and then we'll flash back to how you managed to convince him, and that the engagement rule will determine that. So Foxy, if you want to acquire an asset, asset, you roll the crew quality of the ship, which is currently 0.
Right.
So roll 2d6 and keep the lowest.
So it's just a simple 2d6, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
All right,
Ooh.
5.
Yeah.
Oh, 5, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so 5 on an acquire asset. That's decent.
That's not bad.
Yeah. What is it? Acquire an asset. So the okay, so you have okay, so the result indicates the quality of the asset. All right, so you have effectively a tier 0 asset. So yeah, like so you managed to like figure out like this guy works at like a fairly like a fairly sizable business campus on Warren.
Right.
And like it's well known that this particular corporation divides their labor into shifts: first shift, second shift, third shift, because they run all the time. So you have some information that will tell you what shift they're working on, and I'm gonna say they're probably working on first shift, so it's gonna be like morning.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, so but anyways, that's immaterial. So you have an asset that gives you an advantage on the actual engagement roll. So that's going to give you an extra die.
Okay.
Nice. It's nice.
And that's about it, right? So so let's do the engagement roll. So are there who is this mission against? Because I actually generated a bunch of these ahead of time. Okay. Yeah. So I think this is just gonna be like a 1 die fortune roll, for the engagement, because you have the asset. You have a 1 die for base luck, but this is also you're trying to like disappear someone in the middle of the day, right?
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not the easiest thing in the world. So we're just gonna roll a d6. See how that goes. And what do you get? Oh shit! Oh, it works.
Yeah,
out.
baby.
It works out for you. You were in a controlled situation this entire time. Okay, so as it turns out, As it turns out, Hondo Core doesn't actually exist. He's not a person. He was a fake person that was sort of like a too good to be true type thing. Like, this scientist has the exact expertise you need. This was actually so it turns out that this was actually a setup the entire time. And I think like as you go there, like you immediately start sensing like things aren't right.
Yeah.
Cuz like cuz like the cuz like there's no one like really matching this person's description, and you sit there and wait for a while. B, like the place that you're supposed to look is like fairly abandoned, and like this entire thing doesn't smell right. And I think like you're being on edge, like makes you guys aware that like I think by the time you decide like, okay, this isn't right, fuck this, and you decide to leave, that's when like these guys try to spring the trap, and these guys are led by I don't know, Jill. What is what's his name? Who's your rival? What does Lax actually look like?
Yeah, he's an insectoid creature.
Okay, so like a beetle or a mantis or
yes, like a beetle.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
He's always rubbing his hands together, going, "Goo."
Yeah.
And I have this mental image of like just like a giant beetle that like stands upright and has like their arms, but do they look like more humanoid? Do they look like a Jeff Goldblum fly monster? Or do they look like, I don't know, a fly furry or what? Like, what's their deal?
Yeah, fly furry.
All right, so Lax looks like a sexy fly. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think like you're about to leave, and then like as you're about to leave, someone walks into the exit and they're like, buzz buzz buzz, well, looks like this time the spider got caught by the fly's web. Buzz, buzz.
Ah, very good.
I like it.
Yeah. And so this handsome fly gentleman is flanked by he's wearing like an expensive 3-piece suit, but it's like clearly like a future 3-piece suit, so like the collars look kind of weird. And he is flanked by his two buddies who are I think one is like a sexy ladybug man, and the other one is like a sexy hornet. And they're both like they're all wearing like these very fancy matching suits. The hornet has like a submachine gun in their hand, and the ladybug has like a pair of laser nunchucks.
So essentially, they're insect mobsters. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I can get behind that.
Yeah, why not?
And they and they say,
Yeah, buggy mob.
well. This worked out way too well, Buzz. I would have thought for sure that you would have smelled a trap so obvious, but it looks like you fell right into my many hands, because I'm fly and I have a bunch of feet.
Buzz.
So yeah, like you're in like the sort of back alley near like one of the maintenance exits of one of these business buildings, and yeah, you're cornered by all these sexy insects with their guns and laser nunchaku. What do you do?
Talk our way out.
I'm trying to think of a way how to talk out.
You can do it. I believe in you. Jedi mind trick him.
And remember, you have two.
Yeah,
gambits
like I
to
can
spell.
do that.
You have 2 gambits to spend as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I use my side dancing powers?
What do you
And
what
sorry.
specifically do you want to do with them? What are you attempting to accomplish?
Yeah.
To sway them.
To do what, right? Like you gotta
Yeah.
You can
Dance the dance of life.
Neil, play the drum solo of resurrection.
get those feathers out.
Like yeah, like what do you
Yeah, I
want to
guess-
do?
We need to distract them so we can make our escape.
Okay. I mean, you're in a
Hold
controlled
on.
situation. Like they're talking up like they got the drop on you, but you're like, this was a fucking trap all along. We
Yeah,
saw the
yeah.
trap.
So we're well aware of it. So
yeah,
I
like,
asked.
you
I would like to
you didn't
stand up and
necessarily
say,
know
ask.
who it was, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I would like to step up, and say, what do you have with us? Why? What? What meaning of this? Why are you threatening us? I haven't done nothing.
Ask your
He
techno
has
priest
done nothing.
friend. Buzz buzz.
And what does she owe you?
She doesn't know.
What has she done?
She owes me her downfall after what she's done to
Yeah.
me.
What, you pull off your wings or something?
And he's like, and he looks at you and he's like, "That's racist. How dare you?"
No, all seriousness. Why here? Why now?
Well, because the Sun Eaters are going to pay us a lot of money for delivering you, and also because I don't know. I like the idea of you being lured into a trap and then delivered to a hungry, expecting jaws of a criminal organization.
And who do you think is going to be next in their jaws?
Someone else. I work for them.
Someone else, you say?
Someone
Or will
else.
it be you? Without you in the picture, they would have nothing to pay. It would be benefit them more being us dead and you dead. Because as far as I can tell, you're not very good at what you do. Considering you have Giggle Pixie over here, do
Yeah.
something to you.
I don't know. You're the ones who seem trapped right now.
Really? You got us here with all these cameras about. Who's in the trap? Us or you?
You.
You are here talking to known fugitives. So therefore you are accomplices to our escape.
And like when you say known fugitives, like his compound eyes expand. They're like, so there's a bounty on you too. This is extra my day. I'm very
I
excited.
did not say bounty. I said a
Ah.
fugitive. No bounty.
No, that you didn't need to say there's a bounty on you. He made that leap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to try and sway him to try and convince him that
Yeah, all right, let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
try a roll sway.
Yeah,
Fine
do
on the
it.
roll. Okay, so it's in a controlled.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Standard. I don't have any bonus die, do I, for this?
do you want to push yourself?
Sandy, no.
Do you want to devil's
I will-
bargain?
I'll take the 2 stress on this one.
All right.
Okay.
How much stress do you have currently?
I'm about halfway.
All right.
I'm on, 5.
You're on
stress
5.
at
All
this
right.
point.
All right. So you take
So
the 2 stress.
that one. That's one bonus die for
That's
it.
one.
isn't
That's
it?
one bonus die. Yep.
All right, let's go. Oh, flying spaghetti monster, protect me! Oh my god!
Well,
Oh,
so-
God.
There's at least a 5.
So it's a 5. So I mean, that's not the worst thing on a controlled standard. Controlled on a 4 to 5. You hesitate, withdraw, or try a different approach, or else do it with a minor consequence. A minor complication occurs. You have reduced effect. You suffer lesser harm, or you end up in a risky position. Okay, so here's what I think will happen. I think Lax with like slicks his I don't know. Flies have hair, but it's like weird sensory hair and not like stylish hair. But on sexy flies, it's also a stylish hair thing. So he slicks his fly hair back. And he's like, well, and he takes another look at those cameras and he's like, yes, perhaps this isn't the best place to escalate to violence, but there will be another opportunity. especially after I called security on you. And he just like runs off.
Okay. All right. Let's get out of here. There's nothing we can do. So how are we going to get out? Oh, God damn it.
How are you gonna get out? I don't know. You could make some kind of roll.
I'm thinking of a roll. I'm thinking of a
Jill
study
could
roll.
lead a group action
Oh.
for scramble.
Oh, can you? Yep. All right.
Yeah,
Let's do
that's
that.
an idea. Yeah, because I have that prowess.
Yeah.
Alright.
So how the group action works is that everyone makes a roll, regardless of if they have ranks or not, and the highest result is the one that counts, and then Jill
Okay.
takes 1 stress for everyone who rolls a 1 to 3.
Okay.
So
okay.
everyone rolls scramble.
Scramble. All right. So is it risky or still standard?
This will be I think this is risky. Yeah, you're in a risky
Okay.
position.
I'll go risky. Okay. Risky, standard, no bonus die. Submit.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh, I got.
Oh,
So Jill,
I'm the only one that.
you take 3 stress, Jill.
Okay. Oh boy.
But we got a 5.
Okay.
Or sorry, you
Sandy's
take no, you don't. You actually because you read what it says, 0 dice. You take the lowest result.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you got a 3, a 1, and a 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Wow. I'm
okay.
the only
Yep,
one
we're
who
screwed.
didn't roll a
We're
1 this
screwed.
time.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, you try to get out of there, but like you're very quickly cornered by security, who take you
Here we go
inside
again.
and bring you
Oh.
I guess bring you in again.
Yep. Here we go again.
Here we go
Damn
again. But these guys aren't connected to the these guys wouldn't likely like use the public security system. They would have their own private security,
Yeah.
Mm.
which I think is what you're dealing with. So yeah, you're brought inside to a detention center. It's basically like it's like a cordoned off area in the building that it essentially looks like a giant white featureless room that has like a little door, and you guys are like gently shoved in there and left to
Right.
wait. What do you do in the interim?
I would like to study this room and see if there's anything, any cameras, any secret ways out, or just
Okay, yeah, sure.
something.
I too would also like to study this room.
So you can so how that works is you can either assist him, Foxy, for 1 stress, or Foxy can assist you for 1 stress.
Foxy, you assist me for 1 stress.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right,
I can't afford it. It's
All right,
just...
so then Sandy will roll study with 1 bonus die.
Yeah.
And I think this is risky standard.
Okay.
Yep. Very much.
Come on, baby.
Mhm.
Earn Jesus.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
It's 5.
There's
All
a 5.
right, 5. So you do it.
Very good, Lord Gonzo or Dr. Gonzo.
Lord Gonzo.
Lord Gonzo.
Not yet. If he wants to
Oh,
be
hell,
Lord
Gonzo.
Gonzo, that's a long-term project.
Yes.
All shall bow before me. Yeah. So on a risky 5, you do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer harm. A complication occurs. You have reduced effect, or you end up in a desperate position. Okay. I don't know. What would it be? So yeah. So I don't think harm makes sense here. But a complication. What's a good complication here? Sandy is drinking beer coffee.
Ooh. Ooh.
Uh,
I know a good complication.
What's a good complication?
So, I pretty much see a ventilation system
Mm-hmm.
up above. So, Foxy helps lift me up to go, like check it out to see if we can like pull the panel off. But the complication is now my sleeve is stuck and I'm left hanging there.
I have I have actually
Okay.
that gives me an idea. I have a better one.
Okay.
So you're studying the room, right? And you do find one of these hatches, and you manage to pry it off, right? And you go look inside to like see what it is, and then you get swallowed by it. You just get sucked up.
Oh.
So Sandy, Dr. Gonzo's gonna have a bit of an adventure in the
Ventilation system.
Yes. So you're in a desperate position now because like you're so confined you can't fucking do anything, and if you make any noise it'll give you away. So
Oh God.
oh god.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, do you want to try something?
Yeah, I would like to use my tentacles and reach up and see if I can help him out.
How? What do you want to do? You gotta give me something specific, Jill.
Okay. Scramble won't work. Okay. So
Think about it more like, what would your character do, and then we'll pick an action that goes with it.
okay. I think I can crawl around easily, so I can go up the wall
Mm-hmm.
and put my tentacles around him in the hole. And
Oh, he's all right.
He's long.
Well,
is he within reach?
let's see if that works, right?
yeah.
All right.
What would that actually be? Let's find out. So yeah, you maybe try to like grab him as he gets sucked in.
Yeah. Exactly. That's.
Okay. What would that be? I think that would be scramble. I think that
Yeah,
traversing
that's
a
what I
harsh
was-
environment.
Okay.
Actually,
That's what I was thinking.
wait, no. To a position or away from danger, lift, run, climb, jump, or swim. Yeah, I think scramble is about the closest we're gonna get.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have a rank in it, so I'll give you a chance.
Okay. Okay.
Do it.
Scramble and risky.
Not bad.
4.
Oh, I forgot to ask. Do you want to push yourself or give yourself a devil's bargain?
Ah.
Because that would give you an extra die. It could help out.
How much
Yeah.
stress do you have?
None of you indulged your vice on your downtime, so you all have the same amount of stress from the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were all injured though, so
I have the 1 extra from the previous move. Yeah, I think I will do that.
all right. So does anyone have a devil's bargain? Oh, actually, I got a great
Dude.
one. So the devil's bargain is, Jill, you can maybe help Sandy, but as you're doing it, someone arrives to question you.
Oh, okay.
So they know you're screwing around in there. Do you want to take that? Maybe jockey for a 6. You don't know. It's an extra die.
Don't do it, Jill. It's a trap.
No, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I think it is a trap, and my rolling hasn't been good, at least in the last game.
All right. Well, then you're stuck with the risky 4, which again is
The
you do it,
4.
but there's a consequence. You suffer
Okay.
harm. A complication occurs. You have reduced effect, or you end up in a desperate position. So
Okay.
Sandy's already in a desperate position.
Mm-hmm.
I would say she just gets a tentacle harmed, gets caught in a blaze or
Well,
something.
so harm. Yeah, I think we can. I think harm is. Yeah, so you can put down a put
Okay.
down a level 2 harm called pulled
Okay.
tentacle.
Okay. That's...
I got a pulled tentacle.
Yeah.
Oh god, I pulled my tentacle.
Yeah, so that tentacle is going to be a little tender. So trying
Okay.
to use it in the future is going to be tougher.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you managed to pull Sandy out, or you managed to pull
Okay.
Dr. Gomzo out, and
Yay.
I think maybe a couple minutes later, someone comes to question you. It's a person. They're looking like they're wearing an administrator uniform, and the striking thing is that this person looks exactly like Hondo Core, the photo that you were provided.
Okay.
So they were literally trying to send us to the cops.
Yeah.
Oh, sacks of wine.
We were betrayed.
Okay.
So yeah, the door opens and the person from the photograph walks into the room. How do you guys react to that?
I simply stand up, say hello. Hello, I'm Yumbello. We are innocent of all charges. We were just on campus, just wandering around, looking for a friend or someone to pick up. We were doing no wrong.
All right, why don't you
Very good.
why don't you give me a sway? Like try and persuade this person. Let's see
All
how
right.
you do.
I'm still in a risky. I'm not.
Actually,
can
you're in
I
a
add?
desperate position.
Yeah, can I
We
add
all are?
sway to him?
I thought it was just Gonzo.
No, you all are, because they were watching you fucking dick around, right? You rolled a 4. That's the consequence. You're in a desperate position.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Oh, shite.
You get an experience point for it. So, do you want a
True.
devil's bargain?
All right. What's the devil's bargain?
What's the devil's bargain? All right. The devil's bargain might be like this person. This person hates their job, right? And so they want to just kind of like get you through, and they're gonna take like some lazy shortcuts to do it. So they'll be like, yeah, I believe you, but other people involved may not.
Right. All right. I'll take the devil's bargain.
All right. So you can take a bonus die.
Alright, standard effect. Bonus die 1. Oh, please. Flying spaghetti monster.
Oh, a crit!
Oh, yeah!
Oh damn! Oh damn! Oh damn! All right.
That's like a double crit, you know?
Oh.
Coming here!
Well,
Coming here!
a double
That's
6
awesome.
a double 6 is a crit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that
okay,
was-
yeah. So yeah, this guy just like walks fucking forward, and he's like, "I'm sorry, Mr. Yumbello. There's been a horrible misunderstanding. The call that forced you to be brought in here is a false alarm, and I'm very, very sorry. On behalf of Omni Mega Ultra Hyper Mega Corp, I would like to extend our deepest apology and offer you a lovely gift basket." And he like pulls out his from behind. He pulls out like a gift basket and has like a fucking iPod in it and like some chocolates, and because Omni Global Hyper Ultra Mega Corp is they're like a large scale manufacturer of like assorted stuff that is used throughout the system. And he's like, may I, and he says to you, may I offer you a tour of the facility as well?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Sure, why
we have
not?
nothing to do. Yeah. FSM bless you.
Yeah.
All right.
Let the way lead us.
Okay, so yeah, this guy. So yeah, you get like the full on guided tour of Hyper Ultra Mega Corp, Omni Global Hyper Ultra Mega Corp. I'm just gonna keep changing the name because
Yeah.
they are sufficiently long, whatever. So yeah, you're taken through some of like the they show you like the marketing pens, and they show you like they have a studio in the building where they're like shooting commercials for products, and there's like one where this like weird dolphin person is like riding a mechanical bull and like is being hosed with mustard, and like you don't get to see any more of it beyond like that shot, but like clearly this is a strange commercial.
Yeah.
And
You gotta know dolphins to get it.
yeah, and you're taken to given a tour of like some of the public facing R&D labs, and they're like and they give you an example like, we here at Omni Global Ultra Hyper Mega Corp, we take pride in developing the finest in starship weapons for personal defense, and you see like this laser cannon come down out of the ceiling and like zap a hole through like a 5-inch steel plate.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they're like the best in engine technology, and like it cuts to like one of those aerospace labs where like you see like an engine like just blasting something, and like the air, like the sort of metal hanger around it begins to melt as this thing burns hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter.
Hot damn! Hot
And,
damn!
yeah, and they say, and the tour guide continues, and they're like, all sorts of technological marvels are available under development for at Omni Ultra Hyper Global Megacorp, and like you see like one of the researchers like walk through a wall out of one office and then go into like another office through a wall, and then they bring you on to the next part of the tour. Does that give you, anyone want to say something?
Oh, we got some toys we could get here.
Yeah, that's
Yes. Ooh, samples.
yeah.
Take samples.
I doubt they're gonna have sample weapons. All right.
No, absolutely they'll have sample weapons. Be like, oh yeah, we gotta test it. We got a range, you know.
I was thinking about your job that you're on for money, but
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking that one as well.
We can acquire
So-
items to sell.
No, I'm
Mm.
thinking not that. I'm thinking the walking through wall to sell to the ghosts.
Mm.
Mm.
yeah. So like the
So-
tour the tour continues. They show you like some of the like more consumer electronic stuff, like their cutting edge hollow fashion or whatever. So you buy like one set of clothes, but it can look like a million different sets of clothes. All sorts of random crap that they develop at Omni Global Ultra Hyper Meganet Corporation. Yeah.
I want to ask him if he has any new devices in the latest technology for phasing.
And the tour guide is like some idiot PR person that they.
Yeah, he has no idea.
Yeah, there's like all sorts of wonderful, miraculous technology is being invented here. I wouldn't be surprised if something like that existed.
I would like
Go
to
check out
say.
your labs.
Well, that would be off limits, sir. Only people with authorized clearance are allowed in the labs.
Nothing's
May we
off
speak to the
limits for
representative?
us.
May we speak to representative of the R&D department, please?
Mm.
We saw something that piques my interest.
Well,
It
the head
could
of
be of
R&D is
quite-
the head of R&D is a very busy individual. I'm sure
Could
if
be
you
of
wanted, we could
great-
schedule some kind of appointment.
Time is of the essence for Flying Spaghetti Monster. His work has never stopped, and we are always on the move. And this phasing technology, which you currently demonstrated, will be of great use
I didn't
to
demonstrate
the
anything.
cult. Hmm?
Well,
No,
I mean,
no, no.
there wasn't anything specific on the tour regarding that. Did you see it? Did you see our giant engine though? That thing can go super fast.
It's also super hot.
Oh.
We want the thing. We would require the thing that allows us to walk from office to office with little impeachment, little obscurity.
And
For this would be.
so
This
like,
would make. Yeah.
so it's like it's clear that the Stepford Smiler is either like unwilling or unwilling to talk about, or like doesn't know about what you're referring to.
The
Because
holographic garments
he's
might
a
come
tour
in
guide,
handy.
right? Like,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has no idea what the technology is.
yeah. So
well-
you're preaching at him, but he's just like, yeah. My shift's over in 2 hours. Yeah.
Can you
Well, the
please take us
hologramic-
to
yeah,
to
the
the head
holographic
of R&D,
garments
please?
might come in handy
Yeah, can you
for
please
a
take
future endeavor.
me to the R&D head of R&D, and I'll explain the situation. And
As
how
I
he
said,
can benefit the world.
before, the head of R&D is a very busy individual. If you like, I can take you down to reception and you can schedule an appointment.
Ah.
Can I do a sway or consort role here?
Not with this person. You'd have to.
Not with this person.
This
Again,
one's just
fucking tour guide.
determined.
He doesn't
Alright.
get paid enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
okay.
Get swayed.
This guy is
Okay.
like below lowest rung on the totem pole, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
He's like-
Um.
it's like an intern or some
Right.
shit.
Unpaid intern.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
generally and genuinely
yeah.
an unpaid intern.
Okay. Okay, we would like to book an appointment then, if you are so insistent on
Well,
doing so.
all right. Well, then
There we go.
I'll lead you to the exit. The reception is right by the entrance. So, yeah. And
Excellent.
yeah. So
Thank
they,
you.
they lead you down to the main floor, and there's like all sorts of people like saying hello, goodbye. Folks walking in, folks walking out. It's a busy business location. So there's a appropriate level of like foot traffic going through the area. Yeah. So the reception is run by like a multi-armed squid person who's like typing emails with one set of tentacles and taking and like organizing calendars with like another set of tentacles, and like their weird squid beak face is like talking to someone.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you wait in line, and eventually your line comes up, right?
Yep.
And this tentacle person's like, "Hello, how can I help you today?"
We would like to book an appointment with the R&D department, please.
What for, may I ask? Are you a prospective customer?
Inquiring. We are a prospective customer. We would like more information on some of the devices that were being shown on this tour. We would like to inquire about.
Well, of course. All information on publicly available projects are freely available at our webs. What she gives you a word that effectively translates to like website.
Yeah.
It's the internet as we know it doesn't exist in this world, but there's like space Google and space Amazon and shit like that. It exists.
Yes. However, we would like to speak to the actual scientists who are building this device.
As potential investors.
As in potential investors.
Well, I can't do anything about that, but I can definitely schedule an appointment.
Yes.
Who should I say this meeting is for?
This is
Dr.
for
Gonzo.
Dr. Gonzo. Very good. And you are
Dr.
representing
Fantastic Corp
okay.
Incorporated.
I've never heard of that.
Oh yeah, we're new up and coming.
Okay.
Research and development. So that's why we're looking at investing in your company.
And she just kind of was like, "Wow, you must be very important. Are you from the Core Worlds?"
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Totally.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be sure to pass that along.
Excellent.
Okay. All right. So it's a short mission. So do you leave? Do you try to do anything else, or do you like try to come back later for the appointment and try to ransack them that way?
I would like to come back for the appointment, but I'd say, is it possible to do some downtime now?
Yeah, you absolutely could.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could have another downtime where you can try to like recover and acquire assets, and then try to like set up a meeting and like try to like make yourselves look legitimate. That can totally be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's okay, so let's quickly do the post job stuff. All right, so that means you do.
We will complete a job sooner or later.
Well, you completed the job, right? You just didn't get like you're not gonna get any heat for this.
Yeah. We're not going to get paid for it either.
But like you have a lead.
Yeah, we have a very big lead.
Okay, so payoff and upkeep. I'm gonna say if you report this back to the ghosts, they'll give you 4 credits because A, you've revealed the leak in their organization, and B, they want to see if you can get access to this phasing technology.
All right. We'll do that. We'll report back.
All right. So then, so they'll give you 4 credits for it.
All right. So we put 4 creds in.
So you can split that so that you get 3 and then the ship gets 1, so that you each have 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Just record it on your sheet that you have 1 credit.
Okay, I have a 1 credit. Okay.
And then put 1 on the ship as well. And then we can do downtime.
All right, I would like to, in my downtime, do the home cooking thing.
Oh, I gotta do an entanglement.
Oh, whenever you're ready. Sorry, yeah.
2.
But is it a quantum entanglement?
It is actually. You'll find out later.
Did I just screw myself?
Mm-hmm. All right. So, yeah. Actually, yeah. All right. So, okay. So I did payoffs and upkeep. Decide. Are you gonna pay the ship's upkeep? Because you didn't pay it last time, and you have a certain
How much is the upkeep?
The upkeep is equal to your ship's quality. So like the better your ship is, the more money it costs to maintain.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Um,
So how good is our ship?
It's not that good.
It's not that
I
good.
don't. No. So is it 1 cred? Is it or 2?
So systems plus crew divided by 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2.
So 2.
Yeah, so 2. Yeah, so you. So that would be. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I would be 1 credit for upkeep.
All right, let's pay the upkeep.
All right,
Because
so
we're not in battle or anything. There's nothing desperate, so let's pay it.
all
now.
right, you can pay that out of your take it out of the ship.
No.
Okay, so now downtime. What do you want to do?
I'd like to do the home cooking.
Is that
It's a special ability we have on ship.
Yes. As a vice. Oh, that's vice roll. So that's so if you want to reduce the amount of stress you have, you can use home cooking.
Yeah. But this will reduce the stress of all of us.
Oh yeah. All right. Right after a job, you can spend 1 cred. So you're going to spend the other one.
Yeah, I'm going to spend mine.
Okay. And as a downtime action, for everyone, allowing the whole crew as present to make a vice roll. If anyone overindulges, a fight erupts, and everyone gains 1 stress after the vice roll. Okay, so everyone gets to roll vice.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So yeah,
So I'm going to. I'll
sheet,
take my cred off.
Yep. So on your sheet, just click on indulge vice.
Indulge vice.
Yep. Wait. Oh, 3.
No bonus dice. So,
No bonus dice. 4.
Oh, okay.
That's nice.
Jill, indulge your
I
vice.
got it. Okay. And 1 dice or no bonus?
No,
dice?
just
Okay.
click on no bonus dice.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so that means everyone's stress gets reduced by that amount.
Okay, so I'm down by 4.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. That's good.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, no, that one's really handy because it's like
Yeah,
it's a credit, but like it frees up a downtime. It lets you essentially spend a downtime action for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
So paint me a little scene. Who's cooking and what are they cooking, and how did the rest of you react to that?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So I would
started
say.
it.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah,
okay. So what is Yumbello cooking?
Let's see. Jill only got 1. Sandy got 3. So I'm saying squid. We're cooking little squiddies.
Little squid.
Little squiddy bits.
Okay, so maybe that transition is like the squid receptionist going like bye, and then smash cut to like a squid on a frying pan.
That totally works.
And Jill's having issues because it's like her tentacles and
Yeah.
Yeah.
More
So Sandy, you cleared 3 stress, and Jill, you only cleared 1 stress.
yeah.
So So this is why having more types of skills is valuable, because you roll your lowest attribute for indulging vice, because it's your weakness, right? So
Yes.
Okay. So I did 4 instead of 1 here. I put
No,
it
you
back.
do. No, you do 1 instead.
No,
of
you
4.
do 1. It's your lowest, the lowest result
Oh, okay.
out of the 2.
Good.
A
Okay.
fight doesn't break out though, so that's good.
That's
Okay.
very good.
So let's keep going. So Foxy, do you have another downtime action you want to take? You want to try and doctor again? You want to try and heal yourself? I mean, actually,
Yeah.
you can acquire an asset too if you want. 'Cause
Yeah.
you got a free use of that.
Well,
Mm,
we'll need to acquire assets to make us look legitimate for the appointment.
Mhm.
So,
The asset
Right.
in question can be a legitimate guise.
hmm.
okay, we'll do that. We'll try legitimate guys. Let's see what we can do.
All right, so you're rolling the crew quality.
Okay.
0.
0.
0.
I think you can just roll crew on the ship if you just click on.
Oh yeah, crew. Oh yeah, there we go.
If you
Crew,
just-
no bonus die.
Oh, nice.
Oh no!
Well,
Lowest.
so-
Oh, yeah.
So you have an asset equal to the tier of your quality. So you have you effectively you have something you if no one scratches too hard, you'll look like a bunch of weird investors.
Right. Okay.
But like
So we. Yeah,
but
okay.
like you would effectively be like saying you're from what's the weird system? Procyon. Yeah, so currently you are in Rin.
Yes.
So yeah, you'd be from like what was it? Breck or something. So like somewhere way the fuck out there.
Okay.
Yeah, so like it would take a while to verify that, and like people would be like, "Oh, you're a bunch of weirdo investors from fucking nowhere land," but okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So Foxy, you have one more downtime?
But I can only do
Well, no,
assets or lay low.
No, because you.
Oh no, that the asset one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
I'll try to
requires-
be doctor.
All
I'll
right,
try to be
so
doctor.
Sandy, doctor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor.
Listen.
we get more
we
intense.
need our.
Sandy, describe your scene of working on Yumbello. How does Dr. Gonzo do that? Well, actually, roll the dice first. And
So,
we'll see what happens.
yeah. All right.
Oh,
Oh.
5. So
Naturally, he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, Doc, yeah, can you help me out with this?" And I'm like, "Of course I can." And so I just shoot him up with, like, I just pull out all these needles, like, in between my fingers like that,
Mhm.
almost like a Wolverine. I'm like, like that, and I just stick them like that, like a pincushion. And then I'm just like, I fix them up, cut them up a little, you know. I just work my magic, and all you hear in the background is, "You're the best around here, never gonna ever get you down."
I like this idea of a scene of like so like Yumbello like will walk into the infirmary or whatever, like sit down, and like we'll see the shot of like Dr. Gonzo looming over him with like all these needles and scalpels, and it looks like it's the setup to a snuff film, and then like it just smash cuts to you with the door opening and Yumbello just like whistling and walking out like. So you can add 5 ticks to your healing clock, which resets it. You're at 0, and you can remove shot to the gut.
Yeah. Okay. That
Yep. So you're in good shape.
I am fit as a fiddle. All right. Very
Sandy,
good.
Yeah.
Do you have a thing you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna indulge on my vice first.
Okay. Sure. Weird. So what kind of weird shit are you working on? How does that replenish your stress?
Well, ever since we came back and saw some fancy technologies, I was just like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna start making my own doodads and thingy mabobbers, you know. So I just started taking medical tools and trying to fuse them together and making little people.
Okay, so you're just like making little like fucked up medical supply action figures and like playing out little
Exactly.
soap operas with them.
Yeah.
No, sir, I didn't see you playing with your dolls again, sir.
Good. All right, knock next time. Knock.
All right, indulge that vice.
All right. Do I get a bonus?
No.
Oh. All right, I get a 3.
Mhm.
So you clear 3 stress,
Yeah.
and now you only have
Nice.
2 stress. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
very good. All getting back to fit and fiddle.
And you got one. You got one more left. What do you want to do?
Yes, I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do some surgery on myself. Give myself a little bit of a fix up.
All right. Roll that doctor.
All right, baby. Let's do this. Is it controlled?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I like it.
Like I said, this part doesn't use those rules. So.
Yeah.
So you get to add 2 clocks to your healing, 2 ticks to your healing clock.
Okay.
Now here's what you can do if you really want to get rid of that concussion. You can turn that. So hold on, you gain 2 ticks, right? So you would have been. So you can turn. You could turn that 4 into a 6, which would give you 1 more tick. Or you could spend the cred to roll another doctor and just like spend.
I'll spend the cred.
All right, spend the cred. And do it again.
Wasting all our cred.
Listen, you do what you got to do.
Roll it.
4.
All right, well that's 2. That's
Yep.
you fill it up. You're done.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all fixed up.
All fixed up.
No longer concussed.
No longer
concussed.
Do I know how to do surgery on myself or what?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Since it took you this long to do it,
All right.
Doesn't matter.
And finally, Jill. Do you
Yes.
wanna? So what's going on?
Well,
Oh yeah. So
I
you
would.
so you have a pulled tentacle as a result.
Yes.
But you have no stress. So I mean, like, that's not the you could spend downtime healing yourself, or you can try and like work on a long-term project, or you could try to Jill, remember you got a credit, put it on your sheet.
Yeah. I I wrote it down because I was trying to figure out where to put it. I was trying to think about that.
Yeah, there's like a grid on there that says cred.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, just put that there. It's right next to the harm box. Yeah.
What that guy said.
Oh,
Put
okay.
it on the top row.
On the top row. Okay. Now I
Yes.
see it. I was gonna
Jeez.
ask you if that's where I put it. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So, what do you want to do for your downtime? You can acquire an asset. You could craft something. You can indulge a vice. Although I wouldn't recommend indulging a vice because you're really low on stress, and bad stuff happens if you overindulge.
Yeah.
You can lay low. You could work on a long-term project. You could try to recover, or you could train and get yourself an experience point.
Yeah. I think lay low, actually.
Okay. Oh, actually, no. You can't use lay low at the moment because
Mhm.
it's in a system that you're not in, and you're in the one system that gives you heat. So.
Oh, okay. So
What the
let's-
Jordan guy said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I want to meditate. Say that's
Well, again, that's like indulging your vice.
okay.
So,
So-
you can do it, but then you got to deal with the consequences of that, right?
Okay. And I can't lay low.
Like
Okay.
I said, you can start working on a long-term project. Like if you want your tentacles to be able to do more stuff, that would
Oh,
be
yeah.
that would be
There
the
Yeah,
thing to
you
do.
could always recover, you know.
You could.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to decide if I needed the doctor's help or if it would just recover on its own over time.
You should always go see your doctor. Always
Yeah.
consult your doctor.
The rule for how it works is you can for recover you can roll your crew quality, which is 0, or if you have someone in the party with a doctor, they can roll doctor instead. So you want to if you want to heal, you want to use Sandy
Okay.
because you have a better
definitely.
chance of success.
Okay. I want to heal using the good Dr. Gonzo.
All right, so that's one of your
Good.
downtime actions.
Okay.
Yeah, rolling. Eh. 5.
5. All right, so you can
okay.
add 2 ticks to the healing clock.
Okay.
So the so yeah, so do you want to work on a long-term project?
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of stuff do you want your tentacles to be able to do? You want them to be able to be used like offensively? Do you want to
offensively and to stretch out longer? So
well, yeah, so you gotta pick one and work on it one at a time.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
That makes sense. So yeah, I'll work on one, making it longer.
All right, so tentacle longening things.
Yeah.
All right.
I like it.
Extensions.
Okay, so
yes, extensions.
so if you scroll down on your sheet to like near where the bottom is,
Okay.
so there's a section there that says clocks.
Okay. That is. I saw it earlier.
Just under roll fortune.
Right above that big notes section.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so add a clock and
Okay.
fill it with lengthening tentacles or go gadget tentacles, whatever you want to call them. That would have made Inspector Gadget a very different show. Go gadget tentacles.
Yeah.
I
Indeed.
see.
And it should be I'm gonna say it's a 6 o'clock.
Sex o'clock? What?
So
Six segment.
6 segment. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And now, when you work on a long-term project, roll an action and mark segments on the clock. So this is you like. So in this case here, roll a tune
Okay.
because you're like trying to mind over matter them to be longer.
Ah, yes.
Mhm.
Risky. Submit.
Yep.
Standard.
Okay. So you can add 2 ticks to that clock.
Okay.
So you'll notice that that recovery works similar to long-term projects. That's because recovery is a long-term project, but it's a special one.
Oh, okay.
It has special rules for it, but it's a long-term project. So if you want, you can spend your last credit to roll again. Or you could just keep on working on it in your downtime and keep the money.
I'll just keep the money. Keep
Okay,
working
cool.
on it. Yeah.
Okay, so the next portion here would be like actually trying to steal the phasing technology, or at least like try to get into the R&D section, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I think this is either going to be like a deception or a social. I think this is a deception, right? Because you're straight up lying to these people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So all right. So I'm gonna say for that you're gonna get. I think this is a 2 die thing because you got the fake ID, right? If they don't.
Yep.
And you're able to convince the receptionist to actually schedule an appointment. And like you're not saying right away, so like this is like a week or 2 later, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so ooh.
Oh.
So so you end up in a desperate position.
Oh jeez.
You're gonna get a lot of you're gonna get a lot of XP though.
Oh yeah.
I can dig it.
Okay, so what's yeah, I think like the day you booked, there was like in the morning there was like some sort of like massive market crash, and so like they were people were like going too crazy speculating on like goji berries or some shit.
Yep.
And yeah, there's some issue in like the planetary stock market. Compu Ultra Mega Hyper Global Meganet suffering some massive stock devaluation at the moment. And they're in a bit of crisis mode. So when you show up, They're like, I'm sorry, sir, but the head of R&D has their hands full. They're trying to justify to investors why they should continue to be employed here.
Right. Okay.
I mean, so like you show up, you're like all in your suits or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the different receptionist now. They say,
Yeah.
if you wait, I can see if the head has some time to entertain your meeting. But unfortunately, given the latest financial news, I don't think that's going to be likely today. But you're more than welcome to wait in the lobby.
Is there anyone from R&D that can actually talk us through this? Just even if it's not the head R&D, the vice head, or something like that. Just someone.
Why don't you make me a desperate sway roll?
Oh, God damn it! Oh God. Oh, so desperate. Why am I making all these rolls?
Because you're the one who keeps talking first.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm gonna put two stress.
I will assist him.
Oh, you're gonna assist? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. You put
Okay.
2 stress on.
Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, I'm a doctor, not a swayer.
That's for when you make rolls, not for when.
Oh, okay, fine. Fine.
So
I'll just give him 1 stress.
Yeah, so you eat 1 stress and you get a bonus die, Foxy.
All right.
Come on,
Oh.
Ooh, all right.
6. 1.
Oh,
I
I'm gonna put
mark an XP for
EXP
that.
on that one. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And yeah, so the receptionist goes, "Okay, I'll see what I can do." And like maybe 20 minutes later, you're brought into like a conference room, and there's like this greasy, sweaty-looking nerd there. It's like think glasses, pocket protector, acne, the whole shebang.
Right.
And he's like, what's this guy's name? What's the name for him?
Oh, gee whiz, mister. Came at a really bad time, don't you know?
Yes. Hello. I'm Ignore Carrot. I'm one of the lead engineers here.
Hello, Ignore Carrot. I am Yumbello. This is Gonzo and
Dr.
Giggly.
Gonzo, I didn't get a PhD just for you to call me Gonzo. All right?
Dr. Gonzo and,
And the
Giggly over here.
What the fuck did I say this guy's name was? Something Carrot. I picked a name. I literally picked the name off the list.
Yeah.
Shit, what did I say? I genuinely don't remember.
Carrot something?
Yumba, I did dumb fuck Carrot. I don't know.
No. It was clever, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. So.
Fuck, what was it?
Yes, Carrot. We'll call it.
Yeah,
You know what, Carrot?
Yeah,
Ignore him.
Let's just call him Carrot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my new nickname for him.
Yeah.
Listen,
So he's like,
Carrot.
oh, well, where did you get your doctorate in? I have several in biomechanical engineering and quantum physics and advanced materials engineering and particle physics and biology, and he just keeps like listing on and on until he like runs out of fingers. And he's like, and I'm working on a philosophy degree.
Wow, philosophy.
You must-
Oh, do you want to work at a Starbucks?
No, I work at a multi-system corporation.
Not with a philosophy degree, you won't.
And he just kind of looks at you. And then he looks back to Yondello. So, I was told you have some questions for me.
We do. You must. First of all, you must have a lot of fun here. Working on all these
I wouldn't
things.
say it's fun. It's stressful sometimes, but...
But you get to play with all these cool stuff going on. Like a phase shifter, big engines, big guns, a phase shifter, and some other things. I myself have a doctorate.
You seem very fascinated about phase shifters.
Well, we're investors, we're businessmen, like these people here. Wouldn't it be nice if they could just run across the building Not have to go through the doors or talk to people. Just go straight to where they need to be.
Yeah, you see that the people always say that, right? But the problem is, how do you stop the folks from phasing through the floor and through the planet into space? That's been one of the hardest things to crack in the phasing problem, is being able to actually walk on things while you're out of phase. Otherwise, you just die.
So do you have the means to rephase at will?
And I mean, why don't you make me a consort roll? Let's see if he tries.
Ooh,
Why
I'm
can't
a
you
doctor,
do that?
not a
I've got 2
consorter.
levels in consort. Oh, but-
I'm a doctor, not a consorter.
All right, so you have to spend 2 stress to do that.
Yeah, I'll do it. It's worth it. Hashtag worth it.
All right, so first off, before you do that, where in your doctoral career did you learn to like get people to trust you?
Where in my doctoral career?
Yeah, where? Explain this to me, because your bedside matter seems to have been lacking.
Most of my work was done in emergency rooms, etc. You know,
Did you
very
do
high pressure situations.
maybe on some battlefields too?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
Some pretty greasy situations.
Yeah,
you know.
you gotta learn how to like talk people through shit, and you gotta like establish that trust.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. You can roll your doctor instead of your consort.
Yeah.
You weasel.
All right. That's what weaseling's for.
I'm trying to weasel my way out of everything here. Oh,
Four.
God.
4.
4.
4. In a desperate.
4.
We're screwed.
It's risky. It's not desperate.
Oh.
You
Okay,
ate the desperate roll, and then you got a 6, so you're not.
Oh. Very good.
Okay, so what is risky for? So you want this guy to trust you, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think what it is reduced effect. He's like, well, see, that would be a trade secret, and I'm under several NDAs that have punitive financial penalties if I fail to live up to them. So if you don't mind me, I'll just keep my mouth shut on that.
But as a future investor, don't you think it would be wise to actually let me in on the information of what's going on?
Well, you could take that information to one of our competitors, and then maybe cut a better deal.
But with the stock market going as it is for your company, wouldn't it be great to have a cash injection from investors? And we cannot invest our hard-earned money on hopes and dreams. Yeah.
Well, so I guess
targets.
the question is, how much money are you willing to invest? I mean, I'm not one of the finance heads, so I couldn't really give you an answer either way. They just asked me to talk to you because you were interested in some of the technology that we offer here at Compu Ultra Mega Hyper Global Megacorp.
We are willing to invest 10 mil. 10 mil into your company if you can just see what you've got so far. 10 million more if we can test it. And 50 after that if it is proven to be a success.
Wow, that's a lot of cred. And where did you say your company was based out of?
Mr. Gonzo?
Oh, just a little sector known as Breck.
Well, what planet? Space is
You
big.
know that. Yeah, Breck is kind of big, but you know, that one, core planet.
Oh, for goodness sake. We're on...
You would know the various planets.
Yeah, we are on...
I say that popular one.
Actually, I don't know. Would you? Let's. Why don't you make me a fortune roll? How
Sandy?
How on a scale from 1 to 4, Sandy? How educated, like outside of medicine, do you think the doctor is?
Because he's greasy like that, he's big onto you know, he's fairly into some of the nose and whatnots in certain areas where intelligence is expected.
Actually, you know what? I got a better thing. Give me a desperate sway roll. Let's see if you can just lie through your teeth.
A desperate what?
Sway roll.
Ooh. Okay, desperate.
I'll give him 2 stress. I'll give him a stress to give him an extra
So
die.
when you assist, you only take 1 stress.
Yeah, I'm giving him
Yes.
this. Yep, I'm giving him an extra die.
All right.
Jill, you want to contribute?
Okay.
Only one person.
But
can
I
help.
think one person, yeah.
Darn
I
it!
would.
All right, fine. Oh, there. Come on, submit.
3.
Oh god.
Yeah. So he's
Oh.
so he's just like, so yeah, I'm from the planet. Yeah, he doesn't. Old Carrot here doesn't buy it.
Listen, Carrot. We're investors.
You know what? I actually don't think you are. I think maybe this entire thing was a facade. I think you're trying to
Sure.
steal secrets from the company.
I think your job is a facade, and I think your doctorates are a facade. Yeah, how does it feel? Huh?
But we are not stealing company secrets or anything. If we wanted to, we could have done that the other day when we were brought in for questioning. It was our IDs.
Wait, you
are
were brought in
clean.
for questioning? Who are you people? You got to tell me.
Well,
I'm not
we
going
were
to
just-
buy any of this investor stuff anymore.
We were here to. We are still investors. We'll come here as a cold, searching through all these companies. This is just a simple cold call. We're walking around the campus, and suddenly we were attacked by some insect monsters.
He's shaking his head. Like,
Well, there's cameras all over the place. How could I lie? You could simply double check these cameras.
I don't know
the
about
criminal.
that, but I think it's time for you to leave. And he like goes towards the door to like gesture for you to leave. Like he can't like physically force you because he's a nerd. He's a Poindexter, but he's trying to stand his ground.
And I'm standing my ground. You do this. You kick us out at the moment of need of this company, where my 50 to 70 to 90 million credits that could be used right now.
So Foxy, I'm gonna invoke the rules here.
Yep.
Sandy rolled a 3 on his desperate sway roll, so he has lost
we're
that.
screwed.
You have lost the opportunity to sway
okay.
this person. He cannot.
Okay.
That is no longer on the table.
Yeah.
He cannot
Okay.
be convinced. He does not.
Yeah,
trust
he cannot
you
be
at all.
convinced. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Fair enough. Giggly, would you mind wrapping him
Yeah.
up for a second?
I was just gonna say, could I do a sway, or
No,
maybe
he cannot be swayed.
It's all gone.
Okay.
We gotta-
It's just gone.
We got to deal with him.
You can thank Sandy for that. He can't be swayed anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've all tried. Right?
Yeah, we've all tried. It's not happening. So, just Giggly, wrap him up with your tentacles and just hold him over there for a second.
Okay.
Shove
Well,
a tentacle in his mouth.
Should
If we
I
can
be?
grab the key card off him.
Yeah.
or something like
Should
that.
I be causing him harm?
Not right now. We just need his
Yeah.
key card to have a look around.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna need you
So-
to make me a scrap. Was it a what the fuck is this called? Yeah, scrap roll.
Okay.
Do you want a devil's bargain? Do you want to push yourself? I'm gonna say if you're gonna use your tentacles, you're also gonna
Yeah.
suffer a 1 die penalty because you have a pulled tentacle.
Okay.
Yeah, I can give a 1 to get
Okay.
that die back.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so I mean she's still rolling at 0 dice.
What?
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause-
still rolling at 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't have any
Oh,
X-
in scrap.
XP on scrap.
I mean, you can go for it. It's gonna be like desperate
Yeah.
limited, but
Yeah.
because like
I've
you're not a
Got
fighter.
a pulled tentacle. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I'm not a fighter.
You can still try if you want.
Okay, let me try.
But you don't like I said it, or I mean it's not the best move here, but you know
Oh,
you
Yeah, that's why I wanted-
other team members have other stuff at their disposal.
Yes.
I can only talk. So what can you do, Doctor?
So I mean, Jill, you have other options too. You don't just like have
Yeah.
to fucking take this guy out. You can.
Yeah.
Isn't no, you can't. Well, I'm out. My chance is gone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sandy. So-
I'm a doctor, not a commander. I could boss him around, try to boss him.
You just want to try and break him down?
Yep.
Okay. So like, what are you actually gonna say to him? Like, how are you gonna try and come?
Like, I'm gonna come down with the potential investor hammer and say that if he doesn't help us out, that he's
option
gonna
is
lose
gone.
his job.
You cannot. He is convinced that you're not investors. And
Okay.
nothing you can say or do will convince him otherwise.
Okay. So either he shows us the tech, or I get his ass fired.
I'm gonna say that's desperate limited, right? Like, he's not. Again, like, how are you gonna get him fired?
Because I am going to talk to the higher ups. I'm going to make one phone call.
This might be.
Or
I
would
don't know. Do you want to
be-
maybe want to flash back to like a setup action to give yourself something?
Ooh.
You can flash back, and depending on how bullshit you want your flashback to be, it might cost you some stress. But you could try and give yourself something. Oh, I guess the other thing too. One thing we forgot to do is you have to select your load at the beginning. I'm gonna assume everyone's like using a light load because.
yeah.
Yeah, so you'll have like 3 equipment slots you can like flash back to get like free gear from. Actually, Foxy, you had something in here that would have really helped if you remember to use it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh god.
What's the second item under your class items?
What, the legitimate ID?
Yeah, you could have busted that one out, but you didn't. So.
Oh fuck! I didn't see that.
Read your character.
Yeah.
I had thought about using kinetics, but I don't want to harm him.
Ooh. You know what? I have syringes and applicators. I could always knock him out.
Yeah, you can definitely try to just like fucking syringe him.
There we go.
Yep. Yeah.
just like pull a needle. Like, I'm gonna report you to security. No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up.
Just stick it in his butt.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up, shake his hand, then I'm gonna stick him right in the neck with a.
All right. Well, So tick off. What's the item on your sheet?
Syringes and applications.
Yeah. And remember, you don't pre-select stuff. You flash back to when you need it. So you don't need
Okay.
You don't need to say you have fine med kit and fine clothing. You.
Okay.
Okay.
A flashback.
Yeah. So
when I came prepared.
Yeah. So like
one of the things I grabbed was syringes and stuff like that,
right,
just in case things got hairy.
Right. So
you
yeah,
know.
you can make a desperate great doctor roll, because he's a nerd, right? If you if you hit him, he's gonna go down.
Yeah. All right.
And remember, record your XP when you make desperate rolls.
Oh yes, true. Anybody want to give me an extra die?
I will.
Yeah. Okay.
Get a mirror.
All right. All right.
Who's gonna do it? Me or Jill?
Jill.
Jill. Okay.
Yes! Oh, you crit!
Yay!
Yeah, so like he doesn't even get to the door. You're like, I'm gonna report you to security, and you like immediately, like fucking Batman, Dr. Gonzo just like emerges from the shadows and sticks him in the neck. Fucking collapses.
Oh, okay.
So while he's down, I'm gonna take his lab coat, cards, glasses.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go full nerd.
All right.
Nerd look.
Okay.
You
Look
Make
like
sure
I
he got
belong.
his key card.
you are okay. You are dressed as Carrot, the head of engineering.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So now we need to make our way down to the R&D department.
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna stuff Carrot underneath the table so that way nobody sees him right away.
I'm gonna.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think this would be like a good time for like a group consort roll. So like you'd have to like sort of disguise yourself on the way to the R&D lab. So I think I think consort would be the thing to do. Just like try to be like, hey, how's it going? Blah blah blah. So Foxy, if you want to, so if everyone wants to roll consort, and then Foxy will take stress for people who fail.
So it's just a risky one, or
I would say this is still desperate, right? Like
Yeah.
you're like if you get found out, like security's gonna come down hard on you.
Okay.
right?
2. 1.
Foxy.
And
2.
6.
oh, 6.
So you do it,
Yep,
but you take 2 stress in the process.
2 stress. Oh my god, I've only got 2 left.
Yeah, but yeah. So Dr. Gonzo has like all the IDs and shit for Carrot, but like it's Yumbello who's just like, oh yeah, we're going on another tour. Don't mind me. I'm gonna draw all the attention. Like how do you disguise the rest of the party? Right? You tell me.
How do I disguise the rest of the party? By my sweet outfit or my lovely fine clothes, sort of thing. I am the big businessman. I'm walking out in front. I'm like one of the, almost look like a bailiff just walking past going, what's this? What's this?
Sure.
How much does that cost?
Yeah, okay, so you're just looking like a big important person.
Yeah, and I'm
yeah.
bullshitting my way through, acting like I'm showing him around.
Yeah.
And Giggly's back there with a little pad on.
But I think like that's where the stress comes from on Yumbello's part, right? Because like you're just like flashing your name tag, like, yeah, look at me, I'm fucking important. And he's just like, no.
Chill out.
Yeah,
And-
chill out.
and-
Yeah,
and, like,
lay low.
I don't know how for Jill's character. Oh, shit, why is everything all weird looking?
Jill's just back there like taking notes behind me or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's the
Yeah.
one, the secretary essentially. Yeah.
Yes.
Right, but like she
my
also
tentacles.
she also failed. So how does she fuck up? Like how does
She's incredibly nervous.
well, Jill,
like,
how do you fuck up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you fuck up, and how does Foxy have to cover for you?
Oh.
You rolled a 2.
Yeah.
1.
I guess stress.
So you just look like super awkward. You're like,
Yeah.
you don't. The giggle mage doesn't think this is a good idea.
No, not
Well,
at all.
I mean, you're proven wrong because it clearly works. You're able to get down into the R&D section, and Carrot's AD is able to get you in.
That's true, but I am unsure of myself at the moment.
Yeah, so like, you have to go through like this whole decon process, and like you have to like switch into clean gear and whatnot. And yeah, once you get into the lab, you see like a bunch of other people in clean suits, and they're working on like it looks like a sci-fi lab, right? So like there's people working on unspecified sci-fi nonsense in one corner and unspecified sci-fi nonsense in like another corner. And there's some dude screaming in a Scottish accent saying that he's not a miracle worker. And these deadlines are entirely unreasonable.
He can't do it.
All I do is sit in the engine room going. Anyways, so yeah, you are in the R&D lab. It's pretty busy. I think we're still in a desperate position because
Yeah.
like this is where the security is tightest.
Yep.
So what do you do?
Yeah. So.
Well, anyone else got any ideas? First and
Well,
foremost.
I'm pretty much gonna lead him around, but I want to try to keep an eye out to see if I can find the section where they're working on phase technology.
Okay, why don't you give me a study then?
Yeah, this is what I'm good at.
Very good.
Yes.
I can't give you any help.
Actually, Jill.
Yeah.
If you wanna like attune and try to find any phasing technology, you can sort of use your machine sense to try to detect it. If you want.
Mm.
Okay.
That would be
Because I
nice.
wanted to use that earlier, and we couldn't because of the sway. Was,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so why don't you roll me a
Okay.
desperate attune?
Okay.
I'll give her stress,
Good.
or I'll give her one of my stress.
All right,
All right.
so you can take a bonus die on that.
Okay.
And remember to mark XP for that, Jill.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've got to do that for my
Bonus
last
die.
If you don't mark it down, they don't count.
one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Attune.
man, almost
Okay, so you
level-
got
oh,
it.
me-
Yeah, she got 5.
You got a 5.
But there's a consequence. You
Yeah.
suffer
Uh-oh.
severe harm or a serious complication alerts. Works or have. Okay, yeah. I got a good one. So
Oh shit.
yeah, I like this. So yeah, like so Jill, you stretch your mind out into like the freaking Bluetooth network that exists that magically connects all things to your tentacles.
Yes.
And you manage to like, and so I think like there's a lot of like touchy feely stuff when it comes to like manipulating machines through like the sort of telekinesis where
Yes.
like you can't like necessarily see what things are or what they do, so you have to like sort of probe them and like develop an understanding. And while you managed to find the thing that was causing that person to phase, but I think you
Okay.
switch it on and it phases through wherever it was, and you can see that it is dropping through the building.
Okay.
Oh god.
Yeah. I'm sensing. Yes.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Oh.
I would
Okay,
like to
does-
yell and scream at someone. So, how
Yeah.
did you turn that on?
Yeah.
Why'd that turn on? Why is that not safety? No safety's on this. We're losing money hand over fist here.
Like so,
And-
Jill, you still know where the thing is. Like you have a sense of it moving, but
Yeah.
it's like phasing through stuff.
It's phasing through stuff. Is it? And I'm worried it's going to harm us on the way.
Mhm.
I need to get this out of phase.
Yeah.
Are you able to do the attune again?
Either a tune or a vision.
Well, that's kind of all covered through
Yeah.
a tune, right? Like that's
Yeah.
that's sort of like the magic skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there
So-
any way you can repair or hack or
Yeah.
something
So
like that?
specifically to use a tune is attuned to the way to communicate with non-sentient species or robots, sense unseen dangers or killing intent, safely handle precursor tech or remnants.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I'd like
Um,
to. Roll another attune so I can see how to retrieve the
Well-
phasing device.
So again, it's not like you tell me what skill you're rolling. Like what are you
Yeah.
doing? What are you doing
Okay.
to?
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'm stopping gonna stop the phase from happening
okay.
so that we can
Okay.
find it again, find
Okay.
the device again.
Cool.
Sorry.
All right, sure. So why don't you roll me another desperate attune standard effect? See if you
Okay.
can shut it off.
If this thing ends up in the dungeon, I'm going to be very upset.
Yeah, freaking Blumbles there.
Oh, I only got
3.
a 3.
Yeah, okay. So I think what happens is like you manage to stop it from phasing, but it's like phased through. It's currently like phased through the floor somewhere.
Okay.
So,
At least I can see it.
right, but it's like not on this floor anymore.
Okay.
It's somewhere else in the building.
Oh.
You have a sense of where it is, so you can navigate towards it, but it's not in your
Okay.
current location.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think it's I'm sensing that it's on the deck 2 floors down.
Okay.
Okay.
So shall we move this tour down to the next floor?
Yes.
Of course,
All right.
maggot. You're costing me all this money. I need to know everything. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yeah, sure.
So, moving from one floor to another. Again, like you guys aren't supposed to be here. So
Yep.
how are you gonna go? How are you guys gonna negotiate this?
Yeah.
What floor? Okay, let's study this and see what exactly is on this floor. Can we do that?
Yeah.
I don't like what is your intention here? What are you trying to accomplish?
Well, trying to study if we're still in engineering or not. Will our outfits and cards and security and all that work still work? Here?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You can make a study roll.
Yeah. It's still desperate, I'm guessing.
No, this one will be risky.
Risky,
It's risky business.
risky standard. No bonus die on this one, I guess.
I'll give you one.
Do you really want to?
Yeah, I can. I got this.
All right. Oh, shite. Let's go.
Not great.
Shit.
No.
Shit. Oh.
So I
Okay.
think the answer is yes. Yes, your badges and uniforms will absolutely give you access to other floors.
Okay, so it does, but what's the complication here?
We need to find a space
No, I'm.
elevator.
You need to read between the lines here. This will totally work. Yes, this is a good idea.
I like this. I like this idea. I'm glad we thought of it.
As far as Yumbello is concerned, they have free reign of the entire building.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
In
God.
fact, I'm going to for this consequence, I'm going to make a clock. I'm going to say, because I haven't been doing this.
Yeah, we're going to put a timer on. All right.
Yeah, we're going to put a timer on this, and we're going to call it because we're at 2 hours already.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness.
Keep it at the high tension.
Yeah. Start answer. I'm going to add a clock.
12 segments.
Where are the clocks? Yeah. All right. So we're gonna call this. Security. And it's going to be a 4-segment clock, and 3 of them are going to be timed.
All right.
Yeah. So there's your consequence. One more fuck up, and that's it. They're coming for you.
God damn.
Can I use a flashback?
To do what? What do you want to flashback to?
I would like to flashback to.
Now, so if you want, do you want a suggestion? Because I got one for you.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Now would be a good time to flashback to that legitimate ID that you have.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself. So, where would I get the legitimate ID from, though? That's the thing.
That's the thing with the flashback is you just
Yeah, okay.
You retcon it. So you tell me where did you get this?
Where did we get this? Was
this part of your acquire asset roll? Like, did this happen when you were trying to like set up?
Yeah, I'd say it was during my acquire asset roll. It gave me a legit ID along with all the extras, just in case.
A legitimate ID for what though? Because it's not going to be like a business ID because otherwise you would have used it earlier.
Yes, a legitimate ID to be either some sort of upper management of this company, something of the financial department, or some inventory,
like
or
an
something.
auditor or something maybe.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so you
just something that requires I have access and just keep on top of things.
Okay, so yeah, things are looking bad. You're like, yeah, we should be able to get our way through the building and retrieve the device. Plus, I have this.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Woohoo! Let's go.
all right. So we're gonna end it here.
Okay.
It's almost 10 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do the end of session questions, and then we'll go on.
Right.
Okay.
So, let's go in order. Jill,
Yes.
you are a mystic. So, did you address a tough challenge with wisdom or the way? I think you did.
Yes.
So you can mark 2 XP in any of the tracks you want.
Okay.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or backgrounds? I mean, yeah, you worked on a project to like enhance your techno mage power, so you can take 1 XP for that.
Okay.
And and you don't have any vice or traumas, so we'll skip over that.
No.
Mr. Foxdog, as the
Yes.
speaker, you addressed a tough challenge with deception or influence. I think that counts for 2.
So,
Yeah.
yep, I'll put that in my playbook. Yep.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, backgrounds, or heritage?
Not really, not this
No.
time.
And you don't have any vice or trauma. So
No.
And finally for the Stitch, Sandy Martin.
Yeah.
Sandy Merkin, did you address a tough challenge with insight or compassion? I'll give you 1 for that. You did.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'll give you 2. You were
Yeah.
engaged in surgery this entire time.
Yeah. You worked really
Very
hard.
much.
You worked
My
really
heritage
hard.
was all over the place.
Yeah. So
Yes.
did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? I don't think you did.
Well, I did get a hold of Reginald.
That's true. Actually, yeah, you can take an XP for that.
Yeah.
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 Hot
And
damn.
you have no vice or traumas. So did anyone get any stuff?
I have enough to get a new special ability.
Oh, what are you taking? So fill the track up and then reset it.
Okay, so reset. Bam. I am thinking. I'm gonna go with either book learning or moral compass.
Ooh.
Oh. Ooh.
Just get a fucking ton of XP. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Foxy, did you get anything?
I got a full on my resolve.
Okay, so you can add another rank to one of the skills under resolve and just reset that track.
Yep. I'll add it to sway
You know
because
what?
that seems to be the bottom one. So yep.
And finally, Jill, did you get anything?
Yeah.
Did you?
Well, I was gonna add another to prowess, but I'm gonna put it on resolve, so
Okay.
I can add a new, attune.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna
Yeah.
give yourself 3 in a tune. All right.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes, and then I take that away. There we go.
Cool. All right. Well, there you go. You advanced a little. That's kind of neat.
Yay!
Huzzah!
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We may or may not be back next week.
Yep.
If we can find some replacement dudes. If not, we'll be back
Mhm.
with something else. Got to thank all the lovely people for donating at patreon.com/LinuxGamecast, making this possible, letting us play silly tabletop RPGs on the
Yay.
internet for jizz. Yeah, lots of cool people are doing that. You get access to the Discord channel, show notes for those other shows that we do, like Weekly Daily Wednesday on Surprise Wednesdays, or
Yes.
Linux Gamecast Weekly on Saturdays. We're starting 8:30 now.
Yeah.
Cray cray!
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
starting an hour early in the month of July because we're old and we need to go to sleep early and we're tired.
Yeah.
It's weird human conditioning.
Yeah. Gotta thank Jill, Foxy,
Yeah.
Sandy for showing up.
Thank you, Jordan.
And
Yes.
I think that's gonna do it. We got anything else we gotta tell the people?
Aw. Jordan, you're an awesome DM. We love you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
He is always awesome.
very
But then
well.
again, that's a biased opinion on my But yeah, definitely come out for the Wednesday shows. Definitely watch Pedro and his dumpster fire on Tuesdays, and then Fridays is always a awesome, amazing, fun time.
Yes.
I think Ben's still
always fun
going
to
at
watch.
Wolfenstein for Fridays.
Yeah.
Javolschenstein?
The Wolfenstein. Yeah.
Wolfenstein.
Da.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Bluehacker.
Foxy, make any new
No,
videos?
I
lately?
got... no, not lately. No.
Aw,
Not this
boo.
Well,
Yeah.
during the stream today. We had 2 aftershocks.
Oh, nice.
Really, I
Yeah.
didn't notice.
Oh,
So-
nice.
So if I was I was sometimes not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
That makes
Hey,
sense.
okay.
that
That
makes
makes
sense when the Earth is sort
Yep.
of like crumbling around you.
Yeah.
I was like,
can-
okay, is the because the electricity had went off a little bit earlier. So
Oh,
and
okay.
I was like, oh no.
Don't worry, that's just the Earth shifting. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Damn you, plate tectonics. Damn
Yeah.
you.
Seafloor spreading.
See, that's why California is not going to count as part of the United States, because it's going to like split off the land. So you go
Well, exactly. It's
hang
gonna
out
be
with
Escape.
Australia.
It's literally gonna be
Island.
Escape from LA. It's just gonna be a separate entity on its own.
And then
Yeah.
starring Jill as Kurt Russell. Next week you got to show up with like an eye patch or something. Just be a pirate.
I will. You know what? I will next time. Yes.
Nice. Nice. All right. Well, if that's not the encouragement you need to show up for next week, I don't know what will be. Goodbye, folks.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye bye,
Bye
guys.
bye, chat room. We love you.